Respected all, today I am presenting before my review presentation topic. Title of my topic is Impact of E-commerce during COVID-19 pandemic situation in Kerala. Let me introduce myself. I am Megha Mahesh, Research Scholar, Department of Management Studies, Noorul Islamic Center for Higher Education, Kanyakumari, Tamil Nadu. Introduction. E-commerce is the activity of purchasing and selling things clearly over the internet or through online service. Mobile e-commerce, electronic fund transfer, supply chain management, internet marketing, online transaction processing, electronic data interchange, inventory management system and automated data gathering system are all example of e-commerce technology. E-commerce, which is larger sector of the electronic business, is derived by the technological breakthrough in the semiconductor industry. Although it may also use other technologies such as email, e-commerce, normal employees, the web of the at least a portion of the transaction's life cycle, the purchase of goods or service is a common e-commerce transaction. E-commerce is divided into three categories: online retailing, electronic market, and online auction. Electronic business helps to boost e-commerce. Business to government, business to consumer, consumer to consumer, and mobile commerce of the study is that to study and gain a better understanding of the current state and trend in e-commerce, to identify the critical factor that influence the increased use of e-commerce, to study the effect of the COVID-19 and impact of e-commerce. The period of the study is between the month of April 2020 to June 2021. Coming to the review of literature, Das and Ara 2015 examines with an increase in the number of players in the B2C segment, competition of the top spot is expected to heat up, the forcing business to improve the service quality and invest in logistics in order to reap the benefit of the realizing and raising the household disposable income, rising internet subscription, and the infiltration of the e-commerce and mobile commerce. Raghunath 2014 in his review of paper explains that the paper analyzed the many aspects of the e-commerce while emphasizing that in today's world any commercial activity including advertising, ordering and payment may be carried out through the digital ecosystem. The study discussed a variety of factors that contribute the growth commerce has a new convention. It has made the impossible and possible to create and exploit new business opportunity while and allowing customers to have a greater voice in the development of new product and service. E-commerce has improved internet business management performance as a consumer connected by encouraging a business strategy that is primarily based on information. Agrawal 2014, the researcher studied the phase of increasing competition. The firm existence will be determined by their ability to bridge current gap in the e-commerce transaction. After successfully tapping its potential in metropolitan city, the nature of the internet has enabled e-commerce to transcend the geographical boundaries and prevent the multiple market and demand for the suburban and rural area location. Many e-commerce companies are expanding their reach by investing in stronger infrastructure in anticipation of the increased demand from the tier 2 and 3 location in the view of expanding number of websites over the identical goods and service. Internet is gaining more importance. Deshmukh and Thampi 2013 examined the current and the potential status of the e-commerce and memorandum of the business in the Indian market as well as the future of the latter. The report identifies the unique commerce management and our personalized flexibility and immediately the immediacy of the author supported that the notion that the smartphone adopted an increase in the internet user base primarily by young will drive the e-commerce and the growth also excites in increases. Nepwani and MC Guheni 2002 examines that the paper detailed with the revolutionary changes brought about the internet technologies in manufacturing, market purchasing, design, production, selling and distribution, warehousing and human resource management, as well as the revolutionary role played by the earlier internet applications such as email and internet based technologies have enabled business to shorten development, purchase and procurement cycle. Maintained up to date the product and marketing information significantly increases the speed of the communication and improve the quality of the customer relationship. Coming to the research methodology part, the study is based on secondary data by using of reading and experiencing the newspaper articles, magazine reports and other publication sources and through ebook and other journal sources which is helpful for the study. Discussion to the lower cost, convenience, and accessibility, expanded choice are the e-commerce beneficial activities, such as the lower cost. In coming to the case of lower cost, running an internet sources is much less expensive than running a traditional brick and mortar stores because web-based management solution enable owner to automate inventory management and warehousing is not always required, and the online shopping typically requires fewer employees. As a result, e-commerce firm owner can process organizational and operational cost reduction on customers while still maintaining a healthy profit margin. Convenience and accessibility. Consumers may browse e-commerce website 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Unlike many offline establishments, customers may learn more about the service, shop for the item, and place orders at the same time. In this way, online purchase is quite convenient and provide the customer more control. Furthermore, or moreover, the individual who live in more remote location can order at the touch of the button from the comfort of their own homes, save them from having to travel to one shop center to the another. Expanded choice, the e-commerce of purchasing and the other for all activities having a wide varieties of choices. For the past 2 decades, the expansion of online commerce has been largely based on the increasing of choices. Consumers are not limited by the availability of certain product in their local locations in the town, cities or nation because there is almost the infinite number of branded and product to pick them from. The item can be found and transported all over the world. Consumers are being increasingly dissatisfied by e-commerce platform that provide too much option according to the recent survey. More option in any cases have been certainly been a beneficial thing in the long run. Okay, concluding that from my study in the beginning itself, the abstraction comes as like this that the e-commerce is the most important, popular, and preferred method of purchasing various items and services. Conventional purchases must be currently be substituted by the e-commerce because due to the pandemic situation, and the only explanation should be behind this is that the wide array of the products are offered to the client from across the world to choose their own goods. As a result of this pandemic, e-commerce also faces some unforeseen hurdles and hindrances. This paper analyzes how the COVID-19 suddenly affect the e-commerces and changes in the consumer demand and buying. Coming to the concluding that in this paper we evaluate the deliberately discussing the outbreak impact of COVID-19 in the growth of e-commerce. We are particularly interested in how the coronavirus spread and affect the global e-commerce. Awareness of the problem can be lead to the better information among the public and consideration of how the coronavirus affected the e-commerce business and the economy of the country affected. How e-commerce gives consumer another method of meeting their needs. COVID-19 which improves the e-commerce. The impact of e-commerce will encourage other scholars to dig deeper in this subject, such as how corona changed e-commerce trend and future trends. Thank you.